Welcome, 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 guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is what? What is today? Thursday. Oh my goodness. Happy Thursday, guys. Happy Thursday. I'm super excited to be here. I want to talk to you guys about your traumas, about your life, the 3D that you see, how your traumas are affecting you, how those stored, unresolved traumas that you haven't had the opportunity to resolve, how they are impacting your 3D. All right. I teach people how to transform their lives. Okay. And in order for you to transform your life, you have to understand there are 3 things that you must master. All right. You must master your mind. You must master your mind. You guys come on in and get comfortable. All right. First and foremost, okay, start focusing on controlling your thinking, right? Your thoughts are a creative tool. So you want to make sure that you're always in control of your thoughts because, hello, you want to make sure that the things that you are attracting into your life, creating your experience, is in alignment with what it is that you truly want, right? So we must be mindful of our thinking, right? So mind mastery. The second thing you must be willing to take on, implement, master is healing. Okay. You are here to heal until the day that you croak. You have a responsibility here to heal. Hey, Kimo. You guys come on in. We're just getting started. Make sure that you guys are showing out in the live. This is an interactive class. Okay. I'm going to be helping you guys transform your life. Okay. Hello, Mama Dua. Hello, how you doing? Okay. I'm live on both platforms. All right. So you will be able to access this replay. Make sure that you guys are coming on in and showing out in the live, showing your support. Okay. You guys know what to do. You guys know how to play the games. Okay. Love you so much. All right. So we're talking about how these traumas are affecting you. All right. And I'm telling you that there's 3 things that you must be willing to master in your life if you want to start transforming, healing from your traumas, overcoming, these obstacles and healing your bloodline. Mind mastery. Okay. You must be willing to heal and you must be willing to move intentionally throughout this world, right? If you're not intentional with your steps, if you're just waking up and just sort of just la 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 la, no real goals set for yourself, whether they be mini goals throughout the day or big goals that you're working towards every day. If you don't have any goals set for yourself, you're not going to be seeing a life that you probably want. Okay, because you're not being intentional. You're not being intentional. Okay, so you're not saying, hey, I would love to live this type of life and then working towards that. You're just sort of like, I'm sort of a victim to my reality. A lot of people feel like they are victims to their reality. They feel like they do not have control. They feel like they have to suffer. They feel like they have to just settle. I'm here to let you know you do not. Okay, you are mistaken if you feel like that. Okay, so we're going to get into mind mastery today. It's been a while since I stepped right into mind mastery. That's what we're going to talk about right now. Mind mastery is so important. Why? Because you are the creator of your experience here. All right. So what you focus on, you create. You are the creator. Okay. What you focus on, you create. Okay. So here you are putting your focus on. What are you focused on? The bills. Okay. What do you focus on? The trauma, the pain you endured, the people that did you wrong. Okay. Make sure you guys are showing out in the live. I want to stay in the flow of my teachings. Okay. All right. What are you focused on a daily basis? What you focus on, you create. Let me walk you through this. Okay. So I'm going to roll you over here. Let me roll you guys over. Okay. And let's step into this mind mastery. Okay. Right here. Okay. If you deal with anxiety, depression, overthinking, fears, things like that, raise your hand. Okay. And let me know. All right. If you deal with depression, let me see a blue heart in the comments. Okay. If you deal with anxiety, let me see a red heart in the comments. Okay. Let me talk to you really quickly. Okay. So, again, the reason why we want to master our thoughts on a daily basis consistently is because your thoughts create the experience that you desire. Okay? Not that you desire. Your thoughts create the experience that you see. A lot of us want certain things, but we're not focused on the right things to receive it. Okay? So the depressed mind, let me talk to you for a second. If you gave me a blue heart, okay, I want to talk to you for a second. Okay? Imagine this is your life. If life were linear like this. Imagine, this is just my way of explaining it to you so you can grasp it today, so you can start implementing and start taking action. Okay? So imagine that these are years. All right? Imagine that these are years. Okay? These lines. Okay? And for the depressed person, they've experienced some trauma in their what? In their past, right? The depressed person has experienced some traumatic moments in their life, okay, that they have not been able to heal from yet. Maybe they haven't had the opportunity. Maybe they've just been trying to survive. Some of us are just trying to survive. Make sure you guys are showing out. Next goal is 16K. All right, let's show out. This is an interactive class, okay? All right. Some of us have just been trying to survive, right? You've just been doing the best that you could, haven't you? Pat yourself on the back right now. If you said that you deal with depression, okay, anxiety, overthinking, worries, fears, all of that, I want you to pat yourself on the back right now really quickly. See, I don't think we take time. We don't take enough time, right? We do not take enough time to just focus on what we have accomplished, what we have gone through, what we have succeeded in, right? There are a ton of things that we should be proud of ourselves about. Okay, let's take a moment to love on ourselves. Okay, tell yourself how proud you are. Okay, that we didn't come here with an instruction manual, did we? All right. Okay. So you've been doing an amazing job, but now I'm here to tell you it's time to amp it up. Okay. It's time to amp it up. We're going to get it amped. Okay. Now, this is your life. This is the trauma that you didn't resolve from. So what does that mean? Where did the trauma go? Well, the trauma's still there. Okay. See, this trauma has been sitting in your body. You've been carrying it along with you all this time, haven't you? Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. How many of you guys have been carrying along trauma with you for 5+ years? Raise your hand. 5+ years. You've been carrying along trauma with you all this time. Okay? 5+ years. Raise your hand. Okay? If you've been carrying along trauma with you for 5+ years, do you know how dangerous this is to your physical well-being? Okay? In case you don't know, all right? Kaiser Permanente, CDC, they've been doing studies, and many others, but they've been doing studies on the effects of unresolved trauma on children. When these children are growing up, okay, these children that do not have the opportunity to heal their trauma, okay, we're finding that they're living 20 years less. Did you guys know that? Make sure you guys are showing out. Tapping is free, guys. All right, please don't just come and absorb energy. Make sure you guys are reciprocating. This is an interactive live. Okay? This is an interactive live. Okay? Okay, we need to get this message to the masses. I need your help with that. Okay? All right. So if you've been carrying along trauma with you all of these years, they're saying you're cutting 20 years off of your life. They're saying you're 3 times more likely to develop lung cancer, 3 times more likely to develop heart disease. Did you know that? Okay? So your unresolved traumas are making you ill. And I'm going to get over here to the healing. I told you there's 3 things you must be implementing when you want to transform your life: healing, mind mastery, and intentional movement, manifestation. Okay? All right? Okay? So we're going to get into that healing, which is so important. But right now, let's just finish this. Okay? So for the depressed person, you've been carrying along this trauma with you for all of this time. It didn't go anywhere. It's still there. Okay? Matter of fact, it's festering and making you ill. All right? And it's showing up in different ways in your life, in trauma cycles, loops. You're experiencing loops in your life, right? Maybe you're experiencing mental illness because of it, right? So it didn't go anywhere. It's manifesting in different ways. All right. Next goal is 16K, guys. Let's do it. Okay, 16K is the goal. All right. Now, for the anxious mind, all right, they're not maybe stuck. See, the depressed person, they're stuck. They're just constantly thinking about the past. They're just constantly thinking about what happened to them, how this person did them wrong, why their life had to be that way. So it's hard for them to move forward, progress. This may be the person who doesn't want to get into a romantic relationship now because, they had their heart broken 5 years ago. So this is an example, just an example, one example. So this depressed person is really stuck in love. There's a wall there. Okay. Well, the anxious person, they may hop into the new relationship, but they're going to be the ones that's called, where are you? What you doing? I thought you were supposed to be here. Or they may be the ones that's attracting those unhealthy, partners. Okay. All right. Why? Because the trauma it never went anywhere. So now you're negatively anticipating things to happen, all because of the past that you didn't resolve. So the anxious mind is worried in the what? Future. It hasn't even happened yet. But it honestly, things have a 50-50 chance, right? Of either going good or going bad. But when you have anxiety, you're automatically anticipating the negative. Okay? How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? Give me a thumbs up. See, that used to be me, the bad anxiety. Panic attacks. Okay? Panic attacks. All right? No joke. Those panic attacks are serious, right? Okay? So this stuff is very important for us to start paying attention to, because the sooner you can realize that your unresolved traumas are running the show now, the better. Okay? The sooner we can realize that, the better. So now, let me just recap. If you deal with depression, anxiety, overthinking, fears, worries, anything, any of that, all right, then that means that you have some unresolved traumas that are sitting rent-free within your biofield, in your body, okay, in your mind, okay? And so we want to understand that we cannot allow this. Why? Because your thoughts create your experience here. They create the reality that you get to experience here, okay? So we need to master the mind. Does this make sense? I'm doing a quick recap. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, I'm going to go step by step. Let me just know that you're processing what I'm saying. Okay. Does this make sense? Awesome. Thank you for the shares. And the more you guys continue to do this, the less I have to interrupt my teachings. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for the ones who are continuing to show out on the screen. Okay? Now, when you deal with depression, you're focused on the past. You're looking behind you. Now, if your thoughts create your reality, the experience that you get to have here, but your mind is focused on the trauma that you went through in the past, the people that did you wrong, the pain and the hurt and the suffering that you've gone through, what type of experience are you creating for yourself in the future? Put it in the comments. What type of experience are you creating for yourself in the future? Put it in the comments. All right. So, because they don't teach us this stuff in school, this is why you may not know this, right? Or have known this, okay? All right. So, your traumatic moments, just because time has passed by, doesn't mean that they healed. Time has passed by and they've been sitting in your body. Your body is here in 2025, but the mind keeps going back to where? The past. Reliving old situations, reliving old situations. Okay? That's what the depressed mind does. And what happens is, if you are not careful, right? What will end up happening is this becomes your norm. You ever seen somebody who's just angry all the time, who's just hurt all the time, who's just always in victim mode, who's just this is a state of being. This becomes a state of being. So now you don't have to walk around and try to be depressed. Now you're walking around saying, I have depression. I am depressed. You're claiming it yourself. You are claiming it yourself. You're speaking it over yourself. This was supposed to be a traumatic moment that was supposed to come in, help shift you in your life. But you didn't have anyone to lean on, help you heal, help you work through that. No fault of your own. Today we're here to tell you that that unresolved trauma is impacting the 3D that you get to experience here. That's all that I'm trying to say. Now you do with it what you want. But I'm letting you know that this unresolved trauma is impacting your nervous system. Your nervous system is what's communicating with the 3D, the universe, and that's what's producing the 3D that you see. So people come to me, right? People come to me because they want, right? They want to transform. But they don't understand that when you are in the midst of transformation, okay, you must first learn to control the creative tool that is helping create the experience. And if your mind is always in the damn gutter, you're not going to create the abundance, the lifestyle, the health, the everything that you want. Okay? Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Where we at on the likes? Okay, let's hit 20 real quick. Y'all help me get up to 20 real quick. Okay? Let's get up to 20K likes real quick. Y'all help me out. Okay, we need to get this live pumped. Okay, we need some shares on the board. This is the type of information that people need to wake up to. Am I right or am I right? Right? So I need your assistance. Okay? Need your assistance, guys. Okay? I'm loving the support in here. You guys are amazing. If you are on YouTube, I'm live on YouTube and TikTok. If you're live with me on YouTube, make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up. Make sure you guys are sharing this live. Okay? So you guys do not have to worry about taking notes. The replay will be on YouTube. Okay? The replay will be on YouTube. Okay? And it'll be under YouTube live videos, not my regular videos, my live videos, okay? So just enjoy the show. All right, enjoy the show. All right, so let me see again really quickly. Blue hearts for the depressed person, red hearts for the anxious person. All right, so the depressed person body is here, the mind is here. This becomes a state of being, your norm. So now you don't have to try to be depressed. You're walking around, you get into a little argument, that's going to send you into this state of being. Now you're going to be depressed for the next week or so. Why? Because you just used to being hurt. You're just used to being let down. You're just used to being disappointed, right? That becomes your norm. Okay? We're not here for that. We ain't come here to suffer. We came here to thrive. We came here for the abundant life and world, and we shall have it. But first, you need to pay attention. Okay? All right? The anxious mind, they are moving, trying to move forward with life, right? But they're focused on the negative things in their life that haven't even happened yet. They're creating negative experiences before they even can happen. Why? And they're self-sabotaging and they're doubting. Why? Because in the past, they have been let down. And when you don't resolve your traumas, this is what you become to expect. This becomes your norm. But this is wrong. Okay? But this is wrong. All right? Alice says, I'm always late to your lives. Shaking my head. I need it all. Alice, guess what, girl? You always right on time, okay? But yes, the replays are on YouTube, okay? Make sure you guys look under the YouTube Lives tab. Not the YouTube videos that we post, but the lives specifically, and that's where you will see, because I'm live on YouTube, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for the support and always coming in and showing up and showing out for me. I really, really appreciate it. Okay? Really appreciate it. Okay, so let me give you guys a method to get up out of this. Are we ready? Type ready in the comments. Okay? If we are ready, type ready in the comments. Okay, if you do not have a method to help you with your mind mastery, you do today. Okay? Use this method until you create your own if you need to. All right? Use this method to create your own if you need to. All right? The Nikki method. Type it in the comments. Nikki. Nikki. Now, this method consists of 5 steps, 5 quick steps. Okay? These 5 quick steps are going to help you start paying attention to your thoughts. The sooner you can become trained with your mental what do I want to say? The sooner you can become trained on controlling those mental thoughts, those thoughts that come in and try to invade, what you are doing, your life. The sooner you can do that, baby, the better. Okay? Took me about 6 years to really get a grip on my mind. 6 years. So trust me, okay? It's going to take a while, but you should until the day that you croak. Until the day that you croak, you should be invested in your mental mastery. Not a day should go by that you don't implement or try to practice some type of mental mastery, controlling the thoughts that you allow to fester in your mind. A prolonged thought over and over and over again is going to create a life for you that you do not want. I promise you that. A held thought. That is a frequency. You got to understand what your thoughts are. They're frequency. They're holding a specific vibration. And if you continue to maintain a specific thought over an extended period of time, consistently, baby, that is creation. Okay? That is creation. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Okay? Next goal is 33K, baby. Let's hit it. Okay? You guys know what to do. Show out in the live. Let's get those shares on the board. Okay? I need you guys showing out, baby. This is your life. Okay? This is your life. You understand? Okay? Nikki method. First step. Use your emotions as a gauge. You see, we have to understand, just like we drive a car, when you're driving your car and that check engine light comes on or that gas light comes on, ding, that's letting you know what? You need to take some type of action. Well, when your emotions come on, that is a gauge for you to ask yourself, what am I thinking about? What am I thinking about? Okay? Too many of us are allowing our minds to go out there and think for extended periods of time, 30 minutes, an hour, days, about things that do not serve us. Right? This is a problem. So now you're going to start being aware. When your emotions come up, if you are vacuuming the floor and all of a sudden you start crying, oh my goodness, your emotions are trying to tell you something, okay? So use your emotions as a gauge to ask yourself, what am I thinking about? Okay, let me walk you guys through it. Okay. So here you are, you're in the house, right? You're vacuuming the floor. All of a sudden you start crying. Why are you crying? Well, you got to ask yourself, what am I thinking about? Okay. If we're here in 2025, why is your mind thinking about something from 2016? Make it make sense. Okay? We're in 2025, but that's where your body is. See, your mind has drifted off. See, your mind has snuck out the house. Your mind is headed here to the past, or it's headed worried to the future. I don't know, whichever one you deal with. You see, but there's a disconnect, surely, because your body is here in 2025, but your mind has drifted back to 2016. If your body is in 2025, your mind needs to be in 2025. There must be alignment. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Okay? Let me know that you guys are processing what I'm saying as I'm going along. Okay? So I need to know. All right? So the second step is to stop the negative thought. See, we're going to stop this negative thought dead in its tracks. If you are here in 2025, if you are here in Virginia, baby, your mind don't need to be in Utah. That's a problem. If you're in Virginia, your mind needs to be in Virginia. Some of you guys are right here physically with me in this live. Your body is here, but your mind is on what you got to cook for dinner. Your mind is on what your kids are doing. Your mind is on who didn't hit you up last night. Am I right or am I right? You understand? So you didn't even know you could be at two damn places at one time. You're here, but you're also over there. Okay? Disconnect. That's a disconnect. Because what are we doing here? We're communicating with the universe, the disconnect. Your body's here, your mind is there. That's a problem. So we stop the negative thought dead in its tracks. Okay? We stop the negative thought dead in its tracks. Thank you so much for that. Yo. Okay. Then we do what? I want you guys to make that sound right now. Okay. I want that U-turn right now. Let's make that U-turn. Okay. See, I told you you must be in alignment with body and mind. So you need to stop that negative thought and bring the mind back to where the body is. Okay? To where the body is. If the body is in the living room, baby, the mind needs to be in the living room. Okay? So we bring our awareness back to the present. And how do we bring our awareness back to the present? We ask ourselves sensory questions. What is that I see? What is that I smell? What is that I hear? Okay? So if I am in my living room, right? And all of a sudden I start crying, okay? I have to ask myself, well, what am I thinking about? And then I'll notice that maybe I'm thinking about a bad argument, okay? So I stop the negative thought and then I ask myself, okay, what is that I see? Okay, that's just the couch over there. I see the couch over there. Okay. What is that I hear? Oh, that's just my music over there playing. Okay. What is that I smell? Oh, that's just my candle burning. Okay. So you see the awareness. I brought my senses. I checked in with my senses. I brought my mind back to where my body physically is. There is alignment there now. Now, I'm going to regulate the system. Okay? Now that I've got my alignment going on, I'm going to breathe in and out. Breathe in with the nose and out with the mouth. Okay? 5 times, guys. Breathing in with the nose and out with the mouth. Okay? And then I want you to choose, depending upon where you are, how much time you have, you get to choose this last step. Okay? Now, this last step is you can say a powerful affirmation or aspiration. You can do some yoga. You can do some sound healing. You can do some comedy. Watch some comedy. I love watching comedy skits and laughing. I love it. Right? You can take up acupuncture. You can do Reiki. You can do some breath work. All right? You guys take a screenshot of this. All right? Make sure you guys are getting your screenshot of this. If you are not, right? If you do not already have your book, Manifestation Mastery, you guide to lasting transformation. This is in your Mind Mastery chapter. Okay, we do have it all here. Okay, you want to make sure that you grab this resource. It's on Amazon and on TikTok Shop. Okay, guys, you guys know where to. Okay, Caramel said, okay, I already got it. She already got her screenshot, or she already got her book. The book, don't sleep on this resource, guys. Okay, this resource is filled with playlists for you guys, right? Okay, look at how interactive it is. I love giving you guys easily accessible resources. Okay, resources you can use on the go. Look at this. Look at how much of a quick read this is, baby. We ain't got time. This is your life. Okay, we ain't got time to waste. Okay, you got to grasp this stuff now, right? So I have playlists in here. Okay, I talk about crystals. I talk about chakras. This is a Sri Yantra. You can use this in your home. Just place this. I give you instruction. Place it in the east. Do what you got to do. I give you the steps. Help manifest abundance in your life, right? I give super tips. Okay, I have an interactive mini class here. All right. If you have TikTok Shop coupons, go ahead, right? Tap in. Interactive book is filled with affirmations, advanced exercises, quotes. You do not want to miss out, okay? You do not want to miss out, okay? All right, so now that you've gotten your screenshot and you've also gotten your resource, Manifestation Mastery, okay? What do you guys want to talk about now? Either the healing or manifestation. I teach Mind Mastery, manifestation, and healing. Why? Because these are the three things, I call them my ascension keys. These are the three things that you need in order to ascend, evolve, grow here, transform here in this reality. Okay, so what would you guys like to tap into next? This was the Mind Mastery. Start implementing Mind Mastery all the days of your life until the day that you croak. Okay, you should be implementing Mind Mastery, focusing on the thoughts that you allow to sit in your mind. Okay, what you focus on, you create. Okay, all right, so let me see what you guys are wanting to tap into. Put it in the comments, guys. Okay, put it in the comments. You're welcome, Carmel. Okay. Jazz says healing. Okay. What you focus on, you create. Okay, Jazz is the only one paying attention. So since Jazz is the only one paying attention, then she chooses. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna focus on the healing. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Jazz. I hope I'm saying your name right. I don't know if it's Jazz or I'm not sure. Okay, so let's focus on healing, right? We've got to understand this. You can only attract to yourself what you are a vibrational match to, okay? Listen up, guys. You can only attract, okay, what you are a vibrational match to, okay? All right? So that means that trauma that I was talking about, that trauma that you allow to sit, okay, in your being and fester, okay, that's going to cause a very bad signal for the 3D to manifest. Meaning your traumas are stored in your biofield. And your biofield is communicating with the universe. And then that is then being reflected back to you, right? In the 3D. So you want a strong signal. You want a strong connection with yourself. You want a nice, healed, strong connection so that you can be in divine alignment with the things that you desire to call into your experience. All right? So I'm going to show you guys how your traumas, okay, the unhealed traumas, are actually affecting you now, and they're impacting your ability to see and experience the life that you want, okay? Does this make sense to you guys? Give me a thumbs up. In the comments, put what you would like to focus on. Would you like to focus on love? Would you like me to walk you through money? creating financial stability? Would you like me to walk you through health stuff? Put it in the comments, guys. Let me see what you guys are wanting to work on in your life. And I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to show you exactly how it is impacting you in your reality. Okay? Just bear with me. Make sure you guys are showing out in the live, guys. You guys know what it is. Okay? We need to get up to 55K. Let's do it. You guys, this really helps me stay in the flow of my teachings. Okay? When you guys are showing out on TikTok, we got to show out in the lives. We can't just sit. Because that's telling TikTok that the live is not good. Okay? Then I got to get off. All right? I need your assistance pushing the live. All right? With just a few more seconds. And then I'm going to walk you through the healing and how it's so important that you stop avoiding your healing work. Thank you. You're going to stop avoiding your healing work, okay? Do we have a deal? We are ready for the healing. Do we have a deal? We're ready, okay? We're not going to avoid the healing work that we need to do. This is for our bloodline. This is for the people that came before and after you, baby. Okay? So we're going to welcome the healing that we need to do. Right? You were born ready. That's what I'm trying to talk. That's what I'm talking about. Right? You were born for this. You were made for this. That's what I like to say. You were made for this. What do you think you came here for? Is also what I like to say. What do you think you came here for? You think you came here to watch movies? No, you didn't. Okay? All right. So, unresolved trauma. What is trauma? What is trauma? Well, trauma is anything that's going to overwhelm your nervous system. Okay? What's traumatic for me may not be traumatic for you. Okay? I may go through a bad divorce and never want to get into a relationship again. You may go through a bad divorce and you may be dating in 3 months, right? 3 months later. And that's okay. So trauma's going to look different for all of us. Okay? Do we have that understood? Give me a thumbs up. Okay? So now, how is the trauma showing up in the 3D now? That's what we ultimately want to understand. How is that keeping me from the money that I want? How's that keeping me from the love that I want? How's that keeping me from these things that I want? Okay? So let's talk about that. All right? So let me see what you guys put in the comments. Let me see. Jessica said, I need a lot of healing because this is not what's up. Okay. What y'all say y'all wanted to focus on in my physical body? All of it, babe. Girl, you're going to have to get in my mentorship. All of it. Yeah, get into the mentorship. Okay, money. Okay. All right, so let's talk about money really quickly. Let me show you guys how it ends up playing out. How many of you guys heard your parents say, I can't afford this? That's too expensive. Don't ask me for shit. How many of you guys experienced that, right? Hearing your parents always saying they could not afford, okay? I could not afford. They could not afford. It's too expensive. If you heard that a lot growing up, raise your hand. Okay? Raise your hand. All right? Now, if you heard that over and over and over again, okay? You see right here this red chakra, aura right here. This is your etheric aura. Okay? And it's tied to your root, connected to your root chakra. Okay? And so your root chakra is what governs your confidence, right? Your stability, your foundation of who you are. Okay, I'm showing you guys how this ends up playing out. Okay, if you've ever been neglected, dealt with childhood neglect, okay, That trauma got affected your etheric aura. Look at that rip, that hole, that tear there now. Okay. If you ever had unstable caregivers, now look at your etheric aura. See these rips and holes that are there? If you did not have enough for your basic needs, okay, all of this would have left rips and holes and tears in that etheric aura. All right. Now, the etheric aura is connected to the what chakra? The root chakra. Okay. And so that root chakra is going to govern your money issues. Okay. Your money stability. And so your root chakra will become out of alignment if you allow for these traumas to go unresolved. Okay. The aura here is your first line of defense for your nervous system. Okay. And so these auras are protecting you from emotional projection or collective fear or EMF exposure, etc. So when your auras, okay, experience trauma and it never gets resolved, this causes a imbalance in your chakras and meridians. So your chakras are energy centers in your body, okay? Energy portals, if you will. Meridians are like energetic highways, okay? So when there's imbalance in the meridians or the chakras, this is going to cause improper flow within the body. And when there's improper flow within the body, instead of your chakras, for instance, operating like this, now your chakra may be operating like this. Low active or too overactive. So that we want them balanced and operating smoothly, right? And so the reason why is because your auras are connected to your chakras and meridians. Your chakras and meridians are connected to your organs, your emotions, your 3D that you see, etc. So if you don't like what's in your 3D, we need to start taking a look at your auras. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Is this making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Let me know that you guys are processing what I'm saying. All right. If you're lost in the sauce, you need to let me know. Okay. All right. So just follow me here. All right. I'm walking you through the money issue. I'm going to actually show you how it ends up playing out. So right now, it's stored in your auras. If you haven't resolved it since childhood, that means you're literally still operating off of this conditioning. If you have not healed your money issues since childhood, baby, you're still operating off of the same lackful conditioning. And until you override it, only then will you be able to attract the 3D that you want. You're wondering why you live paycheck to paycheck. You're wondering why you can never make quite more than enough. You can't have enough in savings, for vacations, for your bills.
Ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. And every time a ching money comes to me, it all flows in.
Sorry, guys. It's like every time you get a good chunk of money, right? You lose it. You got to spend it on something, etc. Okay, does this sound familiar? 111 people in here. I love it. Does this sound familiar to you guys? Give me a thumbs up if you know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Rosie, for the shares. Thank you, Bree, for keeping people inspired and tapping for me, guys. Thank you so much. Okay. They're just connected. Okay. They're just connected. Does anybody need a quick recap about the auras and stuff before I step into this? I'm showing you how your money traumas are affecting the 3D that you see right now. They didn't teach us this stuff in school, right? They didn't teach us this stuff in school. If anybody needs a quick recap, please let me know. Got to type recap in the comments so I know. Yes, Gabby, it is. Okay. Thank you, P. Terry. P. Terrible. P. Terrible Dactyl. P. Terrible Dactyl. That is cute. Okay. Okay, quick recap. Listen up, guys. All right, listen up. Let me put my little tea down. Hold on. Y'all like this mug? Isn't it cute? Isn't that a cute mug? I love it. Okay, listen up. I need you guys showing out for me. We need to hit 100K right now. The next goal is going to be 250K, but if you guys can show out for me, that would be great. This is helping TikTok push the live. Okay, here we go. Your auras, these are your auras. We have over 100 chakras, guys. So this right here is just the 7. Okay, this is just 7. Okay, so bear with me. We ain't about to do 100 chakras. These are the basic ones. Okay, these are your auras. Your auras are your first line of defense for your nervous system. So it's really what's protecting you, right? It's protecting you. We are a ball of energy. That's what we are. You're a ball of energy. Okay, and because you are a ball of energy, you are vibrating at a specific frequency, right? Okay, you have your frequency, I have my frequency. Everybody has their own energetic blueprint. Does this part make sense so far? Give me a thumbs up. Oh, what wonderful, Ontario. Wonderful. Glad to have you. I always say, if this is your first time here, make sure you hit that follow button, baby. This will not be your last. Okay, this will not be your last time. All right, so now here we go. All right, the auras are the first line of defense, protecting your nervous system. Okay, protecting you, your energetic being. You are an energetic being, right? And so we all have our energetic blueprint. Okay, our auras are connected to specific chakras and meridians. Okay, does this make sense? Your auras are connected to specific chakras and meridians. Okay, your chakras and meridians are connected to your organs, your emotions, your 3D that you see is connected to it all. Your health, your physical well-being, your mental well-being, your chakras, these are all connected to the light that you get to experience. This is why I include this in my teachings, because I teach people how to transform. If you want to transform, but you're feeling blockages, you're feeling stuck, you feel this invisible wall, you know what you need to do, but you can't do it type of thing, or you always trying to make more money, you can't, because you can never keep it. Like if you're going through things like this, health issues, if you're extremely sick, baby, you need to be looking at your auras and your chakras. You need to be looking at your auras and your chakras. Your chakras are energy portals. I told you we are energetic beings. So we have energy portals throughout our body, right? Okay. And so these are connected to us. The meridians are like energetic highways. So it's let me show you. Oh, I don't have a meridians report print. Okay. So the meridians are like energy highways throughout the body. Okay, the chakras are here, the meridians are like energetic, picture them like the veins. Okay, all right, so we want proper flow, energy flow in our portals and throughout the body. This is how we can have proper healing. This is how we can feel good and be healthy, right? Is when there's proper energy flow throughout the body. Imagine a water hose you grabbing a water hose and folding it. There's now a kink there. There's a kink in the hose. That water hose is going to explode or something's going to happen. No proper flow is happening. Okay, so that's the best way to explain it. All right, does this part itself just make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Now we're talking specifically about money. Some of us are dealing with money issues. Some of us just want to be financially stable, right? We want to be financially secure. All right. So I'm showing you how it all plays out, starting with the auras. And then I'm going to show you how it plays in the 3D. Don't worry about notes. We're live on YouTube and TikTok. The YouTube replay will be available. Okay? So now here we go. This aura right here is called the etheric aura. It's closest to the body, the etheric aura. Okay? It's connected to your root chakra. All right? Your root chakra is like, think about it, like your foundation, your stability, right? Your confidence, all of that, your self-worth, right? That's at the root of you. And this aura is connected to that. Now, I told you your auras are your first line of defense for your nervous system. So when you experience traumas, it's going to impact the auras. Does this part make sense? Okay. Does this part make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Just let me know you're following step by step along with me. And that's how we keep it moving. Okay. Okay. All right. And so now, okay, we need that root chakra to be in balance, don't we? I told you your chakras are what? Energy centers. They're energy portals. Okay. So when your chakras are out of alignment, that's going to most certainly affect your ability, your life in general. It just depends on which chakra it is, right? Okay. Because the root chakra, remember, that's your foundation. That's your ability to ground. Okay. That's going to affect your immune system when it's out of balance. Okay. Now here, what traumas would affect your money? If you dealt with childhood neglect, raise your hand. If you didn't have the basic needs, your basic needs met financially, raise your hand. If you had unstable caregivers or you bounced around from home to home to home, raise your hand. See, all of these are traumatic. They're traumatic for a child, they're traumatic for an adult. And when you go through that trauma, it affects that aura. Boom, this aura, the etheric aura, the one that is connected to the chakra that is governing your foundation, your stability. Okay, so that trauma gets stored here in that aura. Now, if you heal yourself, if you work through the healing, if you do the work, okay, these auras are going to become strong and clear again. But a lot of us don't know about this aura work we need to be doing, right? So we just have been walking around for years, right? Okay, walking around for years, baby. Carrying along this baggage with us. How many of us have been carrying along this baggage with us? Now, when we do that, you better understand your frequency creates the 3D that you see. You are a ball of energy. This is your energetic blueprint with these traumas here. So what results are you going to create in the 3D? Your frequency is communicating to the universe. Your nervous system is what's communicating to the universe. You can affirm I am rich, I am rich, I am rich all you want to. Does that make your bank account change? No. Why? Because your frequency is what's communicating, not your voice, not your affirmation. Now, your voice holds a frequency, but if your dominant frequency of your nervous system, all of your being screams fear around finances, that's what's communicating to the universe. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Is this making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys are processing what I'm saying now. Okay, I need to understand that I need to know that you guys are understanding. Okay. Okay, we in this together. This is your life. Okay, this is your life. Okay, thank you, Healing Out Loud. Thank you so much for the support. I'm glad that we are grasping this, right? I'm glad that we are grasping this, okay? All right, so here we go. Now, you understand that those traumas are stored there. No one ever talked to you about it. So if you had these things happen to you in childhood and you have not addressed it, this is a conditioning that's running the show right now. Good. We know what we're dealing with. Isn't it a beautiful thing to know that, dang, okay, this is what I went through. Oh, okay, this is what, oh, now I can change it. So right now, you guys should feel empowered. Okay? You guys should feel empowered. Okay? All right? Okay? Because my goodness, you have the power to change. Okay? All right? Thank you so much, Shay. Thank you so much. I try. Right? Okay, so now let's see how this is manifesting in the 3D. They didn't teach you this stuff in school. You've been carrying it along with you. Now your root chakra is out of balance. Okay? Now here you are. Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay? Now here you are. Okay? And you want to, let me scoot it over here. Sorry, hold on. I'm going to show you guys the way you're manifesting money the wrong way and the way that you should be doing it. Okay? So right now, this is you. And this is the way you're manifesting money the wrong way. All right? Because you got the traumas. All right? Let's get up to 100K, guys. We need to hit that 100K real quick. All right? I'm trying to hit 250 today. Okay, 250K. We on a mission. Okay? So here you guys go. Some people are just focused on money. Now, when you're at the unhealed version of yourself, see, remember, this is you. We got to remember about those auras. Okay? See, this is you. We got to remember about the auras. You have an unclear signal. You got some traumas here with that, the childhood neglect and the finances being unstable and being bouncing around from home to home and having to wear hand-me-downs and barely having what you needed, barely having food. See, this is you right here, right? Are y'all following me? Let me know. Are y'all following me? Let me know. This is you. So naturally, this is how you are conditioned to be trying to manifest money. You put your eye on some money and there you get stuck in a loop. You say, oh my gosh, I need money. I need about $500. If I could just get $500, I'll be good. Oh my gosh, I need $10,000 real quick. If I could just get this 10K real quick, I'll be good. Oh my gosh, if I got to just get this job, because if I get this job, I'll be able to get this money every 2 weeks. See, you put your focus on money, right? As a creator, you can manifest it. Right? But we are always, and I want you guys to remember this. This is a statement I always say. We're always going to revert back to our dominant frequency. Okay? Here you are with the trauma here stored in your being. That's your energetic blueprint. Until you heal it, only then will you shift. See, right here, you can manipulate energy. You can go out there and get a job. But baby, you get paid on Friday. But that Monday before, aren't you spending your damn money? You already know, okay, I get paid on Friday. I got to pay this with rent. I got to do this. By the time Sunday come around, you done got paid and you already broke again. How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? Give me a thumbs up. If you know what I'm talking about, give me a thumbs up. Okay. If you lost in the sauce, you need to let me know. All right. You putting your focus on that job, you get a 9 to 5, you get paid every 2 weeks. You stuck in a damn loop, ain't you? Okay? Don't you want to wake up and have the abundance that you want? Right? Don't you want to wake up and have the abundance? I mean, that's what I wanted. Like, damn, I got tired of this. Okay? Every single time I would get some chunk of money, something would happen. Something would happen with the car. Something would happen with this. So it's like, damn, why? Well, my dominant frequency is lack. So you can temporarily manipulate energy, get that money, but you're always going to revert. So the universe is like, well, damn, I see you got that money, but your frequency screams lack. So we got to get rid of that money real quick. What you want to go shopping? What are you going to waste it on? What you about to spend this money on real quick? It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how we get stuck in these loops. It's kind of crazy how we get stuck in these loops. Okay? All right? So if you're not paying attention here in this world during this lifetime, baby, you're going to leave up out of here without having lived intentionally. Okay? But y'all not going to do that. If you're up in here, if you're aligned with me, baby, you at the right place at the right time. Now implement. Don't get off this live and not implement what you're learning here. That's where people screw up. Okay? Do we have a deal? Type deal in the comments. Okay? Do we have a deal? Type deal in the comments. You will get off of this live and you will implement the teachings. You will not just sit here and absorb. A lot of people know the Bible. They know all these books. But baby, they don't walk the walk, do they? I know you know somebody that knows a book by like the back of their hand, but they don't walk the walk. What's the point? You understand? I should see who you are through the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you are carrying yourself. I can spend 2 hours. Give me 2 hours with anybody, baby. And I'll tell you exactly what's going on in their life. You give me 2 hours. I'll tell you. Okay. So here, let's get back to it. All right, let's get back to it. We at that 100 yet? Okay, y'all slowing up. Let's get up to 100. Let's hit that 100K. The goal today is 250. I know y'all can show out for me. I'm pouring into you. I need that support back. Okay. So the wrong way to create financial stability. There's a difference. If you want to just manifest a quick bag of money, you can do it. But I'm talking to the people who are tired of the chasing, who are tired of all of that. I'm talking to the person who wants financial stability. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Because there's a difference. There's people out here who just want to manifest specific people, and there's people out here who want to manifest true love. See, there's a difference. Okay? There's a difference. Yeah, stability. And what does stability look like? It doesn't look like gazillions of millions of dollars for everybody. Some people would be content, baby, with $250K a year. Trust. Some people would be content with $100K a year. Trust and believe, right? Your number is your number. Don't let anybody else tell you different, okay? All right? So the wrong way to create financial stability is to put your focus on a bag of money, okay? The right way to do it is to put your focus on who you want to become. Okay? And what do I mean by this? Okay? See, this person over here, right? Look at them. Look at this person. Look at their aura. Look at their aura. Look at that etheric aura. Look at how strong and solid that aura is. How do they have a strong and solid aura here? Okay. See, this one right here produces specific results. Sometimes they have the money, sometimes they don't. Okay. They produce specific results. Okay. All right. This one over here produces specific results. Okay. They see the abundance that they want all the time. You see, they wake up and their norm is the 100K or the 250K or the whatever your number is. Okay. All right. And so over here, these are two different people. Do we understand that? These are two different people. Do we understand that? Okay. Do we understand that? All right. Two different people. Okay. So if this one over here at this vibration produces these results, mediocre results, paycheck to paycheck, that sporadic money every, whatever. Then over here, this one produces the results that I want. I want to be this one. See, the reality that we are seeing is because of the identity that we are identifying with. Yeah. If you right here feel and identify with someone who has always had to struggle, always had to suffer, never had enough, that's an identity. That's who this person is. That's who this person is. You see, when you say I am depressed, baby, that's what you're telling all your cells in your body. You're telling your nervous system that that's who you are. So the nervous system communicates that to the universe and says, okay, show them that. Instead of you guys using the 3D as a mirror, you guys are using it, right, as a way of getting you off of your goals. You're using it. What am I trying to say? You should be using your 3D as feedback. You should be using your 3D as a gauge as to what you have going on internally, frequency-wise. But instead, people are looking at the 3D and they're getting discouraged. You know, they're giving up on their dreams. They're giving up on their goals. Yes, you can watch the replay. I'm live on YouTube and TikTok, guys, okay? So remember, when you go to my YouTube page, you got to go to the tab that says YouTube Lives. Not the YouTube videos, YouTube Lives specifically. And that's how you'll get the replay, okay? Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising, everybody. Thank you so much. So does this part make sense so far, what I'm saying to you? The 3D that you see, you don't like the money that you're making, you don't like it? Well, that's because internally, your frequency is saying lack. That's it. This is so powerful, guys, because we get to shift it. It's so powerful because we get to shift. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to deal with these traumas like affecting the rest of you. You don't have to deal with that. Isn't that amazing? You're powerful creators. Know who you are. Okay? So let's get into the steps of becoming this. Right? Because this right here, there's a gap here. Is there a gap? Yeah. Right? There's a gap. Is this a time gap? Yes or no? Put it in the comments. Is this a time gap? Yes or no? Is it a time gap? No. Good job. What type of gap is it? It's not a time gap. What type of gap is it? Let's see who's been up in my class paying attention. Thank you, Rose. Frequency gap, guys. This is a frequency gap. Okay? This is a frequency gap. Okay? This is how people get into quantum jumping. All right? They get into quantum jumping. Let me draw some realms here so you guys can see. Okay? Does anybody need any type of recap? Let me see how that looks. I think it looks okay. Okay. So like that. Turn it a little bit like that. Okay, here we go. If you are new here, make sure you hit that follow button, baby. This is your first time here. This will not be your last. Okay? This will not be your last. Okay? This is a frequency gap. Okay, so let me finish this point and then I'm going to do a recap, okay? All right. In order for you to achieve the 3D, attract the 3D that you desire, you must be that which you desire. That's my quote. You must be that which you desire. Put it in the comments. You must be that which you desire. Put it in the comments by yours truly. You must be that which you desire. That's the only way That's the only way, guys. Okay. So this means what? If you're not willing to be that, you ain't going to see it. If you are not willing to become, embody that which you desire in your life, you will not see it. Why? Because you are the instrument. Why? Because you are the paintbrush. Why? Because you are the canvas. Why? Because you are the clay. You are the instrument. You are the instrument. So the instrument must be. You understand? Okay? So if you're not willing to be, baby, you need to change your target. If you are not willing to go through the heat in the damn kitchen, yeah, you need to get your ass out of there. Get your little booty on out of there. If you cannot handle the heat, because this is a frequency gap. What's gonna happen here in this gap? Does anybody know? Okay. Does anybody know? Okay. Do you guys want to go on a, let's see, let's use an analogy. I love analogies. Okay. Do you guys want to go on a drive, or do you want to play a video game? Put it in the comments. You want to go on a drive, or you want a road trip, or you want to play a video game? Road trip. Okay. Here we go. We got to get from the West Coast to the East Coast, okay? All right? We got to get from the West Coast to the East Coast, okay? So this means that we're going to go on a journey. Now, when you go on a journey, right? When you go on a long road trip like that, right? What could possibly happen on that road trip? Put it in the comments, guys. Okay? Put it in the comments. What could possibly happen on the road trip? Could you get into an accident? Yes? Okay. Could you get a flat tire? Yeah. Could you want to take a detour? Have to take a detour? Yes, for whatever reason. You may want to stop to eat or rest. Okay. You got different things that could happen here, right? Okay. You may actually take the wrong turn. Right? You may take the wrong turn. These are all things that could happen on a long road trip. Okay? Need to refuel? I know that's right. There you go. Okay? Look at all of these great examples. We're going on a road trip. Okay? We're going from the West Coast to the East Coast. Okay. So now, on your journey, when you want to go on a road trip, what's the first thing you got to do? Okay. Yes, that weather. Yeah. Love it. What's the first thing you got to do when you're getting on a road trip? You're ready for your road trip. What's the first thing you got to do? Okay. Gas up, and then you're what? You're in the car. Now, what's the first thing you got to do? Once you're in the car, what's the first thing you got to do? Make sure the car works. Yes. Hi, my sweet Evie. What's the first thing we got to do? We're in the car. Turn it on, baby. We got to turn it on. See, the reason why a lot of us aren't accomplishing the goals and dreams that we want is because, baby, you ain't setting no damn target. You ain't setting no goal. You ain't told yourself where you're going. How will the universe know how to assist you? Because we have free will. Every single day, you have the option to wake up and choose what you want to do today. If I didn't want to get on TikTok today, I could have laid my ass on the damn couch, or I could have gone to the store. I could have gone for a walk. You see, we have free will every single day, but when you communicate with the universe where you want to go, things will be a lot better for you. You see? So it is very important that we turn on the car, be willing to move, be willing to get started, right? So we put our destination in the Google Maps. Are we ready? We put our destination in the Google Maps, meaning you must have a goal. Where are you headed? Where the hell are you headed? Okay, we're in the car. Imagine being in the car. You're with your BFF, right? We're in the car, and I'm like, okay, it's 3 o'clock. It's 3 p.m. And we're like, okay, girl, let's go get something to eat. All right? Okay. But we on the phone. We in the car, scrolling our phone. Scrolling. Right? Okay, an hour passed by. Oh, my gosh, girl, we got to go and get something to eat. Okay, but we still just scrolling on the phone. 7 o'clock passed. 8 o'clock passed. We still scrolling on the damn phone. I don't know what we're doing, right? Eventually, the restaurants are going to close. You see, you can sit there all you want to. But if you do not, right, put a destination in the Google Maps, you don't choose a restaurant, you ain't going nowhere. You're going to miss the dinner. You're going to miss it. Okay? Once we hit that 100K, we headed to 250, baby. Let's do it today. I got time today. I need y'all to keep showing out for me. I got y'all. Okay? Now, isn't this interesting? Okay? Here we are. We're in the car. Now we need to put our destination in the Google Maps. And what's our destination going to be? Now, this is where people get tripped up. Instead of us putting our focus on the money like we usually do, we're going to put our focus on the identity. Remember, we're becoming someone new. Why? Because when we step into a new avatar, we experience a new 3D. The 3D that you see right now is due to the avatar that you are implementing right now. That's it. It's a conditioning. Okay? It is a conditioning. Okay? So the destination is, for this situation, do what I did. But you can do what you want. Okay? I've been studying the mind for 22 damn years. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. But it should look a little something like this. Okay? This is what I said. I bring value to the world doing what I love. Wow. Isn't that amazing? And I get paid for it. Isn't that amazing? Right? Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you so much. Isn't that amazing? Who doesn't want to wake up, bring value to the world doing what they love? Whether that's singing or cooking or whatever, nursing. I don't care if you are mopping floors at McDonald's, baby. Is it what you want to do? If it's what you want to do, you are living your best life. You are living with purpose. You are living intentionally. You understand? Okay? So we need to put our destination in the Google Maps. Do we have a deal? Type deal in the comments. Okay? Just decided to become a yoga teacher. I know that's right. Hey, Bianca. Okay? So now we have the destination in the Google Maps. What's the next step? You in the car. You put your destination in the Google Maps. You turned on the car. What's next? Come on, baby. Think long, think wrong. This is your life. What do you do next? You push that drive, baby. There we go. There we go on YouTube. Who is that? Aisha Oroso? Thank you, honey. Okay. We drive. See, you got to start going. A lot of people will say, oh, I have this dream, but they never get started. If that's you, raise your hand. We're here to love on you. I can talk about you because I've been there. You understand? You're not going to get anywhere fast, baby, if you don't just start driving. You've got to be willing to get in the car and start it up and push go. Okay? Towards your dreams, towards your goals. Okay? All right? Okay? And so now that you push drive, you driving now. What are some things that can show up? Wow, you could take the wrong turn, can't you? See, a lot of y'all get so caught up in the wrong turns, in the detours, in the flat tires, the accidents, right? In the weather and all of that on your route when it comes to your dreams, that you give up. Now, you know, in order to be someone new, in order to become, you're going to have to go through things that's going to help you evolve. How are you going to be this person just because you want to be this person? You got to go through lessons. You got to go through obstacles. You got to graduate to say it like that. I'm going to say it. You got to graduate. You have to evolve. You can't evolve, baby, if you ain't been through a little pressure. You can't evolve if you're not willing to go through a little something. You mean to tell me you just want to be, you just want everything delivered to you on a silver platter? Keep waiting. Keep waiting. A lot of y'all waiting for somebody to come and save you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. I don't know how long, how much evidence you want, how much more evidence you want. No one's coming to save you. You've got to save yourself. You got to save yourself. It's kind of crazy. People wasting time, baby. And another thing, you don't know when you're going to croak. So while you're sitting here wasting time thinking, oh, I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to do that next week. Oh, are you sure? You must be giving your all today. You must be giving your best today. What you waiting on? You understand? Okay? So here we're on the road trip. See, when you're on a road trip, you know that you got to get from the West Coast to the East Coast. It's an emergency. You got to get there. If you get a flat tire, you're going to fix it. If you take a wrong turn, you're going to turn around. If you get a detour, you're going to keep it moving. If you get tired, you're going to rest and you're going to keep going. I need you to look at your life just like that. I need you to look at pursuing your goals just like that. I need you to do that for you. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. So we don't give up on our dreams, baby. Just because it gets a little hot in the kitchen don't mean nothing. If you have the desire in you, let me tell you something. If you have the desire, baby, you are made for manifesting it. You wouldn't even be able to mentally conceive something that you weren't physically able to endure and grow through and move through and all of that. I want to reassure you. And guess what? You ain't gonna die. You ain't gonna die pursuing your dreams and your goals. You ain't gonna die. It may feel like it sometimes. But baby, you ain't gonna die. You're gonna evolve. Okay? All right? So you were made for this. And instead of you giving up just because you hit some little brick wall, baby, go around that shit. Go around it. Go around it. Go around it. See, if you continue to operate and be this person, these are the results you will see. See, this person over here, baby, they see the financial stability and abundance that they want. You know why? Because they're not living like this anymore. They're not spending their last going to TJ Maxx in Burlington and to the mall or online shopping. They're making use of the things that they have in their house. They don't need to go and get decorations every damn new season. They can recycle some stuff from last year. This person over here ain't investing their money. This one over here is. This one over here, okay, is thinking about the bills. This one over here is just, they're living a life, okay, that this one over here doesn't resonate with. And see, when you move different, your 3D starts to shift. Okay. All right. Is this making sense to you guys? Give me a thumbs up. All right. So how do I help people transform, right? A lot of people have trauma stored in each of these auras. You got trauma stored in your mental body or your emotional body or your astral aura that's affecting your heart chakra. You're trying to produce these healthy relationships, but you're not understanding these traumas are affecting. See, each of these chakras, they are connected to a certain aspect of your life. Did you know that? Yeah. To a certain aspect, to certain organs, to certain physical well-beings, emotional, spirit, all of it. So the reason why you're not liking what you see is because those are traumas that are still lingering there. Okay? So I help my people. If you resonate with what I'm teaching, baby, if you resonate with me, raise your hand. If what I've said on this live clicks with you, if shit is clicking and you're like, dang, I love this. This is kind of crazy. Trust and believe I'm one of the best. Been studying the mind for 22 years, starting with my own damn mind, going through panic attacks and going through all that anxiety. Started with myself first. Okay. Learned about manifestation and frequency about 17 years ago. So I am very knowledgeable on how to simplify this stuff so you can transform ASAP, right? Okay, we ain't got time to waste. That's how I operate. If I could go back 22 years, this is what I would be teaching. This is what I would be teaching. This is what I would be implementing in my life. I wasn't studying the auras and the chakras back then. I should have been. So I'm on a mission to help the masses. I've helped thousands of people transform their life. Thousands. You could be next. Okay. So the way that I help my people is we want to take a look at these traumas. We want to take a look at what are your limiting beliefs? What are those traumas that's affecting you? What is causing the blockages, the imbalances in your meridians and your chakras? And let's see how we can help you transform. See, I do what's called bioscans. And in my bioscan bundle, it generates 6 reports. 4 trauma reports. The trauma reports are going to look like this. Okay, the trauma reports are going to look like this, right? These trauma reports are going to tell us what your limiting beliefs are. I used to have to do consultations where people have to get on with them, and then they tell me everything they've gone through. Baby, I don't have to do that anymore. I have to scan you. When I scan you, that tells me everything I need. I'm going to tell you what's limiting you. I'm going to tell you what traumas you're still dealing with. Okay, super accurate. If there's anybody who's been scanned by me, please raise your hand. Okay, so it's going to tell us what your limiting beliefs are, what your traumas are that's stored in the aura. Then it's going to show us how it's affecting your body. I cannot express enough. Your auras are connected to your chakras, which are impacting your organs, your physical well-being, the 3D that you see. Okay, if you listen, you can understand how you need to be proactive. Okay? But this isn't the best part. Not only does it generate 6 reports, 4 trauma ones, a chakra report, a meridian report, it also gives us the corrective tools for you. So if you look on here, it has a frequency right there. It has a frequency. Okay? That frequency right there is what your body needs to seal these up. What? Oh, yeah. Advanced technology. This technology is used by doctors, by scientists. I got scanned by a doctor. Okay, that's how I learned about this. Exact technology. Okay, I invested in the same one. And when I got scanned, and let me reassure you, they charge these scientists and doctors, they charge a lot of money for this exact bundle, right? But anyway, so you're going to get this bundle, and what that's going to do is produce frequencies that's going to come and correct. That's the star of the show. That's what I'm here for, to help people transform, baby. Who cares if we can validate your traumas? Yeah, we can validate them. It's great information to have. It's in-depth information, accurate information to have about your body and what's your emotional health. Right? But the star of the show, baby, are your healing frequencies. Okay? So right now, if you guys listen, you're listening to my frequencies right now. This is what helps me stay aligned. Okay? Every single day. This is what helps me attract into my life the things that I want at a quicker rate. Okay? A lot of you guys are listening to the Solfeggio frequencies and the Verity frequencies and all of these frequencies online on YouTube. Number one, be careful. You don't know if they're playing the appropriate Solfeggio frequency or tone at that time. Okay. These notes you don't know. Okay. Unless you have these specific frequencies yourself, you don't know which one is which. Okay. So make sure you are using a trusted source. And also the benefit of doing a bioscan, having a bioscan bundle with me, is that you get to see what your body needs. If you're listening to general frequencies online, great, they're wonderful. But what speeds up your healing process is you having ones made for you. Okay? All right? Does this make sense to you? If you need a bioscan bundle, okay, you guys know where to go for it. But if anybody needs an angel cell, I will offer it to 3 people. Okay, the regular price for my bundle is $200. Doctors and scientists are scanning for like $1,200 or more. I want to bring this to the everyday person. Okay, if anybody needs the angel cell, it's only going to be for 3 people. Okay, but I lower it down dramatically. Okay, so if anybody needs a cell today, you will let me know. All right, so now I'm going to go through these chakras for the people who cannot afford a scan. Right, listen to these symptoms and experiences that I list. Okay, and you can see, you can start to gauge your own chakras. Okay, all right, once you start figuring out which of your chakras are out of alignment, then guess what? You can start shifting your life. Okay, please only say angel cell when you're ready to purchase, because it's only going to be for 3 people, guys. Okay, so only when you're ready. Okay, okay, Shay baby, are you guys ready? Cass, are you ready? Okay, guys, I'm gonna lower it. If you are on YouTube, you can find the link in the description. If you are on TikTok, you guys know where to go for that as well. Okay, so give me 1 second, guys. And please, I'm doing it. Okay, so who would benefit from an angel cell? What do we want to do? We're gonna do 111. Regular price is $200. Are you ready for 111? I'm gonna do the angel numbers. 111. Are we ready? Before I lower it, because I'm just gonna keep it on the regular price if no one needs it. You ready to take action? Type ready in the comments. For those of you who said angel. So funny. I'm gonna do 111. Is that good? Oh, you were? Awesome. Thank you a lot. Hey, girl. What is up, girl? For the ones that said angel cell, will 111 work for you? Okay. 3 people. It's only going to be for 3 people, guys. If it lets you check out at the 111, then you made it. Okay, you were one of the lucky ones. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, 3 people get it for the 111. Good luck, guys. Okay. While people make their purchases, I will do a little recap. Okay, let me do a recap. Absolutely. Please, no rush, guys. I've been on TikTok for almost 3 years. I'm very consistent. I'm on here almost every day and I'm teaching you guys. So please come when you can. This is just for the people who really need it right now, okay? The people that need a bioscan, you will, 1, be going through your healing process. Maybe you are ready to like propel. We're going into 2026, so maybe you need that like push, right? Maybe you are about to embark on your healing journey. You just want to know how you should start. You need a good start. Maybe you are feeling stuck in your life. Maybe you're like, damn, I don't know what is quite going on. I'm doing all of the things and I'm going on dates or I'm doing this or, but things aren't quite clicking for you. You need a bioscan, right? Because again, the bioscan is a way for us to measure that energetic health. It's a way for us to see. Congratulations to whoever that was. Okay. No, you just have to go and purchase. Whoever I don't have to, you're not selected, Shay. So what you do is you go to the bio. If it lets you check out, then you were one of the 3. Okay. You were one of the 3. If it lets you check out for the 111, then you made it. Okay. Yes. So, what was I saying? I forgot. So someone just asked how the bioscan works. Sorry, guys. How does the bioscan work? Well, energy doesn't lie, right? So I could sit up here and say, oh, I feel great today. And my energy is like, girl, no, you don't. My voice is saying, yeah, I'm good. But my energy is saying, no, you're not. So the scan is utilizing the same technology that's used in lie detector tests. Yes, light worker. I know somebody's grabbed it. Let me see how many are left. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Okay, just one person has gotten it for the angel cell. So we got 2 more slots for the bioscan bundle. Okay, it says 200. Hold on. Are you sure? Hold on, baby. No, it says 111. The bioscan frequency snapshot. Yeah, it says 111. Refresh your screen. Refresh your screen. Light worker. Someone just got it for the 111. So I know. Yeah, check it and see it and let me know. I wonder why you're seeing that on your end. So the bioscan bundle, how it works is it's technology that's utilizing the same technology that's used in like lie detector tests, as well as frequency to determine your truth. Okay, so it's looking for those energetic distortions, basically, right? In your biofield. And so it's going to generate these results for trauma reports. I call them trauma reports because it's telling us what your traumas are. And there are tons of trauma reports. You're going to get the ones that's generated for your body. What is your body trying to tell you? Okay. All right. How do you do the scan? Yes, we utilize your voice. So my clients are all over the world. Okay. Once you make your purchase, you're going to get, oh, congratulations. I think that's the second person, guys. Once you make your purchase, you're going to get an info packet that's sent right to you. And that info packet is going to include your instructions, okay? One more person gets it for that angel cell, okay? How do I do that sound? What sound? And so that info packet is going to tell you how to prep your body. Please take the time to prep your body properly. I tell you guys instructions so that you can actually get the accurate results. We want accurate results so we can get the accurate frequencies. Okay, so we can get the accurate frequencies. Does this make sense? Okay. Okay, I go to sound effects on here on the bottom of my screen. Okay, one more person gets it for that 111. Congratulations. What other questions do we have about the bioscan? Okay, what other questions do we have about the bioscan? Okay. All right, so as I'm going through these chakras, I want you guys to note which ones you may be going through or experiencing, and that's going to tell us which of your chakras may be out of alignment. Some of you can't afford the bioscan, and that's fine. So you need to start gauging now, right? Okay, let's start gauging your chakras now, okay? So here we go. As I'm calling these out, if you've experienced any of these, type root in the comments, okay? All right, type root in the comments. No video, just voice, okay? If you've gone through childhood neglect, type root in the comments. Poverty, financial instability, type root in the comments. Abandonment, unsafe home environment. If you dealt with bullying, loss of a parent, witnessed violence, if you dealt with homelessness, chronic fear, lack of basic needs met, physical abuse, early illness, okay? Unstable caregivers, type root in the comments. Divorce in early childhood, overly strict parents, type root in the comments, okay? When that root chakra is out of alignment, this is going to be a problem, right? Because let me tell you how it's going to manifest, all right? For those of you who cannot afford a bioscan bundle, right? Where you can actually scan your entire being and get all of this information about yourself. You want to be paying attention because as I'm calling these out, these are clues. These are clues that a specific chakra may be out of balance. The sooner you can figure out which of your chakras are out of balance, the sooner your life starts changing in the 3D. Okay, this is how an imbalanced root chakra will manifest. Okay, all right, this is how it will manifest. Oh, CRB, you were one of the ones. Congratulations. Please check your email and make sure that you got your info packet. Okay, baby? Because sometimes people put in the wrong email or something. Please go and check your email. Okay. Okay, listen up. Type root in the chakra if this is you. If you deal with chronic fear, type root. Okay. If you deal with insecurity, type root. Lack of trust, type root. Difficulty grounding, type root. Survival mode mindset, type root. Okay. If you feel unsupported, type root. If you have anxiety about money, type root. If you feel disconnected from your body, type root. Okay. Low sense of belonging. If you're in victim mentality, type root. These are all ways that an imbalanced root chakra is going to manifest. These are examples. Okay. If you want to know for sure, get your bioscan bundle. All right. After those if the angel cell is done, it's done, guys. I try to do cells all the time. Okay. Maybe instead of moving it back to 200, I'll do 150 for you guys. Okay. But this is for people that need that discount. Take advantage. This is your investment into your own emotional well-being, your transformation, right? This is next level stuff, guys. Okay. Now let's talk about the physical manifestations of an imbalanced root. Okay. If you have lower back pain, type root in the comments. Lower back pain, immune issues, okay, leg pains, colon problems, elimination issues, bone density issues, blood circulation problems, adrenal fatigue, weight instability. Say you are anorexic or obese, okay? All of those are signs of an imbalanced root chakra. Type root in the comments if that's you. Type roots in the comments if that's you. Okay? All right. Now, when you get your bioscan bundle, it's going to show us. It's going to show us exactly how that root chakra is acting. Is it overactive or is it underactive, right? Okay. You're also going to get a key that's going to tell you, okay, joint pain, lower backache, elimination, all of these things that you may be experiencing. So you'll be able to understand this as well. But it's good to know which chakra is like, if it's underactive or overactive. Why? Because not just if it's imbalanced, because right here, if that root chakra is overactive like that, if it's red like that, okay, if that root chakra is red, then that means that when it comes to money, you're the one that's always checking the account. You got to check it, see if you got enough, right? You're anxious about it. Now, if it's blue, low active, then that's you being the avoidant. You don't want to look at your account, okay? Is this making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up, okay? Is this making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. Congratulations. Let me see. Let me call out some names so I can congratulate the action takers. Kelly, congratulations. Make sure you open up your info packet, baby. Congratulations. The sooner you guys can send over your information from the info packet, the better. The sooner you can get scanned, okay, my loves? Stephanie, congratulations. Okay, congratulations. We still have one more spot for that angel cell. After that, it's going to go up. The price will make its way back up to 200. So the angel cell lets 3 people get it for the 111. After that, the price will go up to 150 and so on. Okay. All right. So, how many of you guys feel like your root chakra is blocked? Raise your hand. It was a lot of you guys, right? Wow. So the beautiful thing is we no longer have to guess. We can scan our bodies and know for sure, right? Okay, I'll show you guys some reviews. There's some reviews on the site as well. There's like tons. I created a whole video back to back reviews from clients on the bioscan. So you guys can know and trust, okay, the technology that I'm using as well as me, right? And so, yeah, that is there for you. Sacral chakra. This is the next chakra. Okay, let's see if your sacral chakra is out of alignment. Okay, if you deal with any of these, your sacral chakra is out of alignment. If you've been essayed, type sacral in the comments. Okay, if you deal with body shaming, toxic relationships, okay, type sacral in the comments. Okay. If you deal with emotional neglect, divorce of parents, abandonment by a parent, suppressed emotions, type sacral in the comments. Okay. If you've dealt with rejection, criticism of creativity, okay. Over controlling parents, type sacral in the comments. Okay. If you dealt with lack of affection, right? What about being ignored emotionally? Okay. What about cultural shame? Cultural shame. Okay. All right. All of this is connected to your sacral chakra. And when this is connected to your sacral chakra, okay, then when it's connected to your sacral chakra like that, that's going to cause an imbalance there. And this is how it's going to manifest. I'm going to show you. I'm going to call these out, okay? All right? Here we go. Shame. If you feel shame, type sacral in the comments. If you feel guilt, okay? If you have a fear of intimacy, suppressed emotions, low creativity, emotional instability, difficulty trusting, over attachment, lack of passion, pleasure avoidance. If you have any addictions, sacral chakra is out of alignment. Type sacral in the comments. The beautiful thing about getting a bioscan, my clients love it because why? You do not have to guess with your health. You actually get the opportunity to pinpoint what you need to work on and start working on it. You guys have no idea how powerful these binaural beats are for your biofield. When you have frequency that can come in and plug your traumas, it's like it knows exactly what you need. It's going right to your problem areas, right? It goes right to your problem areas, okay? And so this is so powerful. If you have the funds to invest in yourself, you should do it, right? This is going to be the difference between people who are wanting to fast forward their healing process, speed it up, okay? Because you're getting healing, personalized healing frequencies, okay? You're not guessing with frequencies online, on YouTube, okay? Let me tell you guys some ways that the sacral chakra manifests in physical ways, okay? If you have reproductive issues, type sacral in the comments. Okay. Menstrual problems, type sacral. Urinary infections, bladder issues, hip pain, lower abdominal pain. Okay. Sexual dysfunction, impotence. Okay. Kidney issues, lower back pain. Okay. Problems with your large intestines, cysts, infertility. Type sacral in the comments. Okay. Type sacral in the comments. You guys are doing amazing. Make sure that you are keeping track yourself, right? This is your life. The sooner you can gauge which of your chakras are out of alignment, the better. Trust me, you will start shifting your life. Shifting. Okay? This is not something I would waste my time on explaining. Okay? I just wouldn't if it wasn't transformational. We have the ability now, guys, to measure our emotional health. We have the knowledge now to know that our traumas, our unhealed traumas, are really impacting our 3D. You guys don't have to wonder what's blocking you anymore in your life. You don't have to wonder. Stop guessing when it comes to your healing. Guess in games that you play with people, right? You want to play them board games. Guess there. Don't guess with your healing. Don't do that. Okay? The next chakra we're going to touch on is the solar plexus. Okay? Again, each of our auras are tied to specific chakras, which are also tied to specific organs, emotions, our physical well-being, etc. Okay? We're going to go to the solar plexus chakra as I'm calling out these experiences. If you have gone through any of these experiences, make sure to type solar in the comments. Okay? If you have been heavily criticized in your life, type solar in the comments. If you've dealt with bullying, controlling parents, failure shaming, type solar in the comments. If you dealt with perfectionism pressure, emotional abuse, constant comparison, okay, conditional love, not being heard, over responsibility as a child, type solar in the comments. Okay, the price is getting ready to go up to $150. Okay, congratulations to the ones that took action. Okay, let me go ahead and change that to $150. Make sure you guys are taking action when I tell you to take action, guys. That way you don't miss out on opportunities. Okay, you do not miss out on opportunities. Does anybody need me to stay on 111 for a little bit longer? I see some people checking out. If you need me to stay on for 2 more minutes, you better raise your hand. Okay? You better raise your hand. There's 3 people checking out. If you need a few more moments, okay? All right? Okay, so solar. If your solar is out of alignment, this is not good. Okay? This is not good. Okay? Quita, I'm live on YouTube too, baby. So you'll be able to catch my recap on YouTube Live. Okay? On my YouTube Lives. All right? Okay. The price is about to go up. Hold on, guys. Tried to help people. Okay, so instead of going to the 100, the 200, I'll just take it back up to 150. All right, 3 people will get to take advantage of that price. Okay, I cannot express enough. You need to take action. Okay, because I do not do these sales a lot. Okay. If you have any of these, the angel cell is still going, guys. It's 150. It's lowered down to 150 for your bundle. Okay, it's making its way back up to 200. Okay, solar, it's gonna manifest like this. Okay, didn't know what I was doing. Oh, Shay baby. The way I said that, Shay baby. Oh, you were one of the ones that was trying to check out, baby. Let me know what happened. Let me know what happened and I'll help you. Okay, I'll help you. All right, so it'll manifest like this. Okay, hold on. So what part are you lost on? What part are you lost on, baby? What part are you confused about? You said you couldn't get it. You couldn't get it. I saw people that got it. Okay, solar, let's do this. Okay, type it in the comments, Shay, and I'll take care of you. If you have low self-worth, thank you, Black Angel. Thank you, baby. Thank you, honey bunch. If you have low self-worth, type solar in the comments. If you are an overthinker, type solar in the comments. Okay. If you have anger issues, type solar. If you have a fear of failure, type solar. Congratulations, light worker. Congratulations. I love them action takers. If you have a fear of failure, if you are a people pleaser, alert, 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 alert. We see 111 people in here. We see 111 people in here. Okay. If you are a people pleaser, that solar plexus is out of alignment. Okay. If you have difficulty making decisions, your solar plexus is out of alignment. If you have power struggles, your solar plexus is out of alignment. Okay. Your solar plexus is out of alignment. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to hit this thing. Okay. Control issues. Solar plexus chakra is out of alignment. Hey, Priscilla. Was the link the one that said, yep. And then you go to bioscan. Okay, it'll say bioscan. All right. Okay. So solar. If you have digestive issues, type solar in the comments. Angel cell is still going on, guys. All right. It's still going on. Okay. If you deal with ulcers, liver problems, gallbladder issues, diabetes, stomach pain, acid reflux, chronic fatigue, muscle tension, metabolism imbalance, type solar in the comments. Okay? Type solar in the comments. Okay? So anything where you're going through like that digestive area, that area there, okay, that's going to affect that solar plexus chakra. Okay? That's going to affect that. All right? Let's move to the heart. How many of you guys feel like your heart chakra is out of alignment? You just feel like it. Like you just like, I can tell my heart chakra is out of alignment, baby. My relationships are crazy. You know, I'm fear, love. You got all these things going on. If you feel like that's you, type heart in the comments real quick. And then we'll see. We're going to see, right? Okay. Heart chakra. If you deal with any of these, type heart in the comments, guys. Okay. Loss of a loved one, type heart in the comments. Loss of a loved one. Abandonment. Divorce. Betrayal. Heartbreak. Emotional neglect. Rejection. Unrequited love. Grief. Loss of a parent, loss of a pet, unforgiveness, lack of affection, toxic relationships, overgiving, or isolation. If you've dealt with any of these, your heart chakra is out of alignment. Type heart in the comments. Type heart in the comments. Okay. Now let me tell you guys how it's going to manifest, okay? How is it going to manifest? Okay. If you are emotionally numb, the price is back down to 111, guys. Okay? 3 people get to take advantage of it. All right? Okay, this is the last time because we're going to finish up with these last chakras and then I'm out of here. Okay, take advantage. I've lowered it back to 111. That's to help people who really are serious about their emotional well-being. Okay, right? So good luck with that. If you are emotionally numb, type heart in the comments. If you are bitter, if you fear love, okay? If you are codependent, if you have difficulty forgiving, if you deal with jealousy, lack of compassion, loneliness, fear of intimacy, if you are closed-hearted, heart chakra is out of alignment. If you deal with heart disease, lung issues, chest pains, asthma, high blood pressure, circulatory issues, upper back pain, shoulder tension, poor immunity, breathing issues, your heart chakra is out of alignment. Okay? Your heart chakra is out of alignment. What I love is that we do not have to guess with this stuff anymore, guys. Stop guessing with your emotional health. Okay? Let's move on to the throat chakra. How many of you guys were silenced as a child? Okay. Silenced as a child. Right? Shay Bebe, did you get yours? Were you able to get yours? Okay. If you were ignored as a child, or even now, type throat in the comments. If you were punished for speaking, if you fear ridicule, if you were shamed for self-expression, okay? If you were bullied, if you were gaslit, okay? If your creativity was suppressed, if if you were forced to keep secrets, family secrets, whatever type of secrets, okay? If you were heavily criticized of your voice, speaking up, if you were invalidated, type throat in the comments. Okay. This is how it's going to manifest. If you have a fear of speaking truth, if your creativity is suppressed, if you have a difficult time expressing your needs, whether it's in relationships or work or wherever, if you have a fear of judgment, type throat in the comments. If you have social anxiety, type throat in the comments. If you're isolated a lot of times, type throat in the comments. Okay. If you are an overtalker, type throat in the comments. Thyroid problems, sore throats, neck pains, jaw issues, dental problems, ear infections, okay, TMJ, voice loss, right? Tonsillitis, laryngitis, okay? All of these are clues. Shay, were you able to get yours, darling? Before I get off of here, let me know if you got it. Third eye. Okay, third eye. If you deal with, hold on. If you've ever gone through, okay, we did the throat. If you've ever gone through like being gaslit, heavily gaslit, or your intuition was invalidated, type third eye in the comments. If you tried to speak your truth, but people didn't believe you, type third eye in the comments. If you were heavily criticized of your imagination, type, okay, awesome. Yeah, it's 111 for 3 people. I did keep it at, I just lowered it back to the 111 because I felt bad. I shouldn't feel bad, but I felt bad. Okay. All right. Once I get off of here, it goes back up just to 200 because I won't be here to change it back and forth, guys. So if you do want the BioScan bundle, it is 111 right now, and it's set for 3 people. Okay. Sorry about the confusion. Third eye. Okay. Right third eye if you deal with any of these. If you've been heavily lied to. It shows 150. Refresh your screen, Mary. Refresh your screen. Okay. If you, let me see. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Refresh your screen, baby. But I'm going to look as well. It sure does. Sorry. I'm sorry. Now it is down to 111. Sorry, guys. Yes, it is. Refresh your screen. I just lowered it back to 111. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's see. Third eye. If you were criticized of your imagination, type third eye in the comments. If your spiritual gifts had to be suppressed, thank you, Mary, for letting me know. I thought I had changed it back. Type third eye in the comments. Okay. If you have a rigid belief system, type third eye in the comments. Okay. If you were controlled, excessively controlled, type third eye in the comments. If you went through mental abuse, type third eye in the comments, okay? If your feelings were dismissed, if you were neglected, type third eye in the comments, okay? This is going to impact you because it's going to manifest in these ways. If you deal with any of these, your third eye is definitely probably imbalanced, okay? Confusion, lack of clarity, distrust yourself. If you have an overactive mind, okay? If you have a blocked intuition, if you feel disconnected from your inner wisdom, right? And all of this is important, especially for you guys. You guys are healers. You're here to do the work. You guys are light leaders. I call you guys light leaders. And so you're on a mission. You need to have clarity there, okay? All right? If you have difficult time focusing or poor memory, then yes, that is a clue, right? So headaches, eye strain, eye problems, pituitary issues, pineal glands, neurological problems, insomnia, seizures, sinus issues, things like that, learning disabilities, all of that is tied into that third eye. Okay? And so hormonal imbalances, endocrine disorders, things like that, or lots and lots of nightmares, the third eye chakra is out of alignment. We need to get that back into balance. Okay? The last one, guys. This is the last one. All right. We're going through the traumas, experiences, showing how it's causing imbalances in your chakras, which is then being manifested in the 3D that you see. I'm teaching you guys how all of that is connected. Okay. If you want to know what is holding you back, stopping you from your growth and evolving in your life right now, the healing work that you're trying to do, this is part of your healing process. Right? This is what's going to help fast forward, put you on a great track to on that journey that you want, that journey that you desire, right? So we know that the bioscans that I offer, the bioscan bundle is going to help you with validating this information, figuring out what's holding you back, figuring out how it's impacting your body, figuring out which chakras are out of alignment. And not only that, if it's overactive, is it underactive? We get to see your meridians. We get to see exactly what's going on with your meridians. And then we get the corrective, personalized healing frequencies. These are binaural beats. You want to listen to them with a earpiece, okay? You can listen to them on the go, in the car, wherever. But it is when you're listening to binaural beats, it's important to listen with the earpieces because those two tones are creating a specific frequency that's going to be plugging all of your traumas, okay? All of your traumas, okay? All right. Okay, so let's go over this crown chakra. This is the last one. My phone is slowly dying. Well, it looks like rapidly dying. Okay, guys, this is the last one. Then we're going to get out of here for the day. Okay, congratulations to the ones who are action takers. Okay, it looks like someone just took advantage. Okay, so we do have that extra slot. Okay, we do have that extra slot for that 111. Crown chakra, here we go. If you dealt with spiritual abuse, if you dealt with religious dogma, feeling abandoned by God, loss of faith, isolation, disconnected from spirituality, fear-based teachings, karmic trauma, generational beliefs, feeling purposeless, cultural disconnection, suppressed your spiritual gifts, okay? All of this is showing, okay, it's telling us that your crown chakra may be out of alignment, okay? So if you have a loss of purpose, If you feel disconnected from source, you deal with hopelessness, okay? Cynicism, spiritual confusion, isolation, okay? Lack of trust in the divine, spiritual bypassing. All of these are signs that your crown chakra is out of alignment, okay? Okay, I said, Shay, baby, how do we get what back, baby? How do we get what back? Okay? How do we get what back? Okay. Let's see. If you feel a loss of purpose, type crown in the comments. Okay. Ooh. 111, gotta love it. If you feel disconnected from source. Okay. If you feel hopelessness, spiritual confusion, isolation. Okay. Lack of trust in the divine. Okay. If you deal with heavy migraines, neurological disorders, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, sleep disorders, chronic exhaustion, mental illness, brain fog, epilepsy, skin disorders, nervous system disorders, muscular system disorders, the crown chakra is out of alignment, okay? Hopefully you guys were able to gauge from the list that I have given you, okay? Make sure that you guys are taking notes and writing these chakras down for yourself. The sooner you discover which of your chakras are out of alignment, the better, okay? The sooner you can start changing